added together, but it's a huge disadvantage to not be here over these next 10 days. Maybe, Patrick, as you said, she's done so well from 7 of her 8 races she's taken part in. She's won them. She's won 7 out of 8. So maybe if the season goes as well as it started, she could win the overall still.
Jesezek of Slovenia is not going to be so far outside. This is a very good performance from her. Third at the split time, 6.8 outside. She's lost another 4 seconds or so to Jean of France. And I think the Slovenian will be delighted with the way her Tour de Ski has started. Number 16 is Kettu Niskanen from Finland. And the Finns with a very good record in the Tour de Ski, of course. Kutunen winning twice in the very first year, 2007. She won again in 2009.
I think the Finnish team, though, since Kuitunen's retiring, Patrick, that they're a much weaker team now, and the team doesn't quite have the aura as we've seen over the last 5 or 6 years without the strength of Kuitunen in classic and in skating.
Mikhailova, good solid skier, still carrying very good speed up the initial stages of the climb, and she's got another, what, 150 meters to go before the clock will stop. I think this could be a new lead time. 3:37 she's after from Jean of France. Looks powerful, still looks to be skiing well within herself, and she's going to be just outside that leading time. So keep an eye on Mikhailova, because I think she may fancy her chances of overhauling the French woman.
Looking very good if she can keep this momentum. This is the recovery section now, a long downhill segment.
Yeah, good discipline there, Mike, driving over the apex of the hill. Another 15 meters of hard work before you settle down into the speed position. And
she's snow plowing early, Patrick. She should still be trying to keep those skis running fast, taking it wide as well. She could maybe have cut that a lot tighter. It's fast, though.
Yeah, that is that's a great turn, but at least 2 or 3 seconds thrown away, and not just on the corner, Mike. She hasn't carried that much speed out of the corner. That might have been her undoing.
Over such a short course, these technical elements are so important.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing Majic and Kowalczyk, for the reason that they're very tall and slightly gangly on the skis, but I can't see them taking it too slowly. But Follis is a really good exponent of how to take the downhill corners.
I hope that we follow Follis down, because it'll be interesting to see the line. That corner isn't icy today, though. We have seen it icy in the past, so you can release a lot more speed into the corner.
Favre Pisson from Pontarlier produces a lot of top athletes, Pontarlier, in France. And it's a great example. If you have the facilities, it doesn't matter how big the village is, if you have the facilities, you will produce world-class athletes at some stage.
It makes a big difference, Patrick, and I'm just thinking of development. You know, the French, it's a small core of development, but they keep the youngsters, and they develop them from, 8-10-year-old.
Britta Johansson Norgren from Sweden. Good strong start from her, and another of those athletes that's moved to Östersund, came from Sollefteå originally, but she recognised early in her career that if she wants to be good, she's got to be where the best athletes are, and that's what's happened in China, that's what's happened in Sweden, and I guess Norway is the exception to the rule. Now, can the Italian Brocard take on that time of 3:37? She's only going to be a couple of seconds outside, so another potential leader, 3 seconds down.
The different style there here from Brocard. She's going for the long glide. Normally you want to hit that hill with big tempo, but she's going for the efficiency of movements, and it seems to be working, only 3 seconds out.
Yeah, settling down into the speed position very, very early. Could have put in a few more skating paces just to get the speed up, but maybe she's starting to worry about the S-bends that have given some troubles. Now, the best of the Japanese skiers on the tour, and well, it'd be great to see Natsumi coming through and producing a good tour result at the end of the 10 days. Now, Mikhailova, who we saw go over the top, she was just outside Xian's time, and she is still just outside. Goes in the second place, 3.4 behind, and she was 3.2 behind at the top. Slightly surprised, Mike, but fair to say that she threw that away on that technical corner.
I wouldn't disagree with that. She took that corner so wide and lost a lot of speed on the entry to the corner with her snow ploughing.
It's easy to be critical sitting here in the commentary box, but at this sort of level, you've got to gain every 10th of a second you can, and choosing your line, vitally important on the uphills and the downhills.
I feel good about Ilyana, Patrick. She was winning some of the races recently at the Eastern European Cup, and you can just see the sparky power here, the form, the dropping of the body weight in the left ski there. Yeah,
look at the stamping of the ski, which reduces the resistance between the snow and the ski. So immediately she's got good glide, but every single stride she's thumping it down onto the snow. It's a really powerful demonstration of skiing, and 3:37 could be well beaten. We're waiting for the timing clock to come up. 3:27, 28, 29. She's going to be a couple of seconds inside, and a very, very good performance. Ilyana takes the lead. It's not by much, but she does take the lead.
It'll be very interesting to see how she, hopefully the camera will pick her up into the corner, just to see the racing line into the right, sharp right-hander.
Barthélemy.
That's good, very good.
Wow, wow, what a recovery, because Barthélemy was 3 seconds down. I'm just trying to pick up on her position coming through. She was 6.4, in fact, behind Xian coming through the intermediate phase. So she has shown that there are 5 or 6 seconds to be gained on the downhill section. And it's always a factor that catches out so many athletes. The good climbers feel they have to do the work on the uphill, but it's those who have the confidence with the downhill and their finishing abilities who can actually gain more on the second half of the course.
I must say, Britta, here looking at Britta Johansson Norgren, she looked for me so tense, so nervous on the start line. Yes, it is the first race after Christmas, after a break from the team and the World Cup stresses. But you want to try and harness that nervous energy and put it into the skiing.
Yeah, she's got the potential, I think, to finish in the top 15 of the tour overall because of her abilities in both classic and freestyle. 23 is Lisa at the halfway stage, 3.7 seconds outside the fastest time, which is now held by Natalia Ilyana, and it won't be long before Ilana comes down. She started number 27, so we've got exactly a minute and 40 for her to take the lead away. I think she's going to be comfortably inside, but she did only have a margin of 0.7, so I might be being a little bit presumptuous there. Anna-Kaisa Saarinen now. If Finland are going to have a winner this year, it could well be Saarinen. And that is a positive sort of start, Mike.
Wow, what an aggressive look at the lean forward, the drop through the poles. Maximum energy into the edges of those skis. This is, without a doubt, the fastest first 100 meters.
Well, they do say, the physiologists, that you can afford to go absolutely flat out for 10 seconds. It won't do you any harm at all. Any longer than that, and you'll start to produce too much lactate. But you can just go for hell for leather for the first section, then settle into a nice rhythm. But that was some good skiing. Number 25 is Hannah Kolb of Germany, just finishing her run. The best of the Germans in the finish line. In fact, she is now just 8.6 seconds outside the leading time of Lara Barthélemy. But it could all change as Ivanova comes down. Then we have Ilyana 6:58 and 10 seconds down. Disappointing.
You could just feel the pain there in Ivanova's legs. She was on her absolute limits. This must be Ilyana.
Now here's the intermediate time leader, comes into the last 50 meters. It's not going to be as comfortable as we thought it might be. 46, 47, 48, she's missed it. She has missed it on the downhill section again. Work to do for the Russian team. 2.5 outside, no real damage done, but there are bonus points to be gained today, Mike, or bonus seconds. 15 seconds given to the winner, 10 to second, 5 to third.
It's quite a decent margin, especially with the pursuit tomorrow.
So the 8 races for the Tour de Ski, a cumulative time but that they keep changing the format. We've got 4 freestyle races, 3 classic, 1 pursuit, which involves both techniques. We've got sprints, we've got distance, we've got pursuits, and we've got the monstrous hill climb at the end of the tour, up the Alpe Chemise, the last day of the tour. So there is a little bit of everything. There is no doubt that they've provided a race for everyone, except perhaps you could argue the real distance racer.
It's a good point, but also I've heard some complaining from some of the sprinters. They're saying, well, hang on, you're only putting 2 out-and-out sprint races. You could classify this as, well, actually it's not a sprint. 2.8 kilometers, you cannot say that's a sprint. So you've only got 2 out-and-out sprint races. The sprinters are saying, please include us a little more. We can't deal with all this big distance stuff, especially in the men's field.
And your feeling?
I would like to see another, say, 3 out of the 8 races, at least as a sprint. Of course, this is short distance stuff, so you could argue maybe this one suits the sprinters as well.
Well, the other option, of course, is to keep the balance the same with the sprints, but to make the bonus seconds for winning a sprint much more substantial, double M, and so the 2 sprints become much more significant.
But it's mainly in the men's field, because the women that we have here, they can sprint. I think that's Schmutner putting in the break. It is a fast right-hander. Yes, the women can cope with the sprinting and the distance equally as well. The men, you've got out-and-out sprinters who can't really cope. 4 minutes behind, in fact, over, say, a 15-kilometer. So it really does disadvantage them. This is looking good for Saarinen, Patrick. She's kept the momentum that she started with. I think this will be a new lead time at 1.4.
Yeah, she's going to be a couple of seconds inside. 3:36 the target. She's got 3:35.1. 1.5 seconds the margin. But remember that Natalia Ilyina of Russia threw it away on the second half of the course. Has gone down. She's currently lying in 3rd, 2.5 seconds behind Lara Barthelemy. So it's France 1 and 2. We've got Russia 3 and 4. Italy with Elisa Bracar in 5. And Germany's Hannah Kolb. Really good run from Hannah Kolb. She lies in 6th place at the moment, 8.6 seconds off the lead, 10 seconds separating the top 7, and 6:48 the current lead time. Mike's prediction, 6:45 the winning time. Might not be too far outside.
Be interesting. I think we'll see some of the big names further back in the start sheet. Of course, Follis, maybe especially Follis, taking 3 seconds off the intermediate time.
Kaloinen of Finland, long glides, and that's a respectable time. 7 seconds to make up on the leaders, but maybe just needs to up the tempo as we see Hermann of Germany coming across the line just outside. That's a wonderful run from her. Well, Denise Hermann has just finished her run. She was 5 seconds off the pace at the halfway stage. She's put in a brilliant descent and final entry into the stadium to finish just 0.8 of a second down on in fact, she's taken the lead, 6:47.7, so she's 0.8 up on Laura Barthelemy. So an outstanding run, and again, Mike, shows that save something for the second half and you will benefit. She must have had good skis as well. Of course, this is her home track, and so she knows the snow conditions, and has probably been dreaming and preparing for this for some time.
I think Denise Hermann, she's balanced this course so well, didn't over push herself in this first so important 1.4 kilometers. You need to save something for the climb back into the stadium.
Yeah, Aina-Kaisa Saarinen actually 5 seconds up on Denise Hermann at the intermediate, so she's the next big name that we're watching for as Karen Schmutner comes across the line for Austria.
I think the organisers, Patrick, are a little disappointed with the turnout here. We'll see many more spectators tomorrow, I think, but certainly last year the Tour de Ski attracted 460 million TV viewers. It's growing and growing every year.
So here comes Aina-Kaisa Saarinen into the closing stages. She's got still got plenty of time, over 20 seconds to come across the line. Another 120 meters or so to go. It's going to be very tight indeed. Remember, Saarinen leading Hermann by 5 seconds at 1.4. What she managed to do over the last 1.4 kilometers. 7 seconds remaining. It's going to be very tight. And again, just another
So close.
reinforcement that Herman's finish was absolutely superb, but Saarland's got the lead, 6:46.3, and still the best athletes to come. There is one of them from Italy, and the Italians with